Have you ever thrown a dinner party and you have that one guest who just can't take a hint that it's time to go home? You start clearing all the dishes, you yawn, you even brush your teeth, and they still are talking there and they won't go home. Well, inflation is like that friend who just doesn't know it's time to go to bed. Hi, my name is Felipe Crook with EXP Realty, and in this video, we're going to talk about what is happening in the real estate market here in Los Angeles for April 2024. And specifically, we're going to dive into Silverlake, Los Feliz, and Echo Park. These are some of my favorite areas. They're really close to each other, but they do have some distinct differences. But before we get into that, let's talk about mortgage rates. Now, last month, I said that Fannie Mae was expecting that mortgage rates were going to go down to below 6% by the end of the fourth quarter. Well, all the economists have updated their projections, and that is not going to be as pretty as we had hoped. Current expectations are that the Fed will start to cut rates at some point between June and September. The exact timing depends on how incoming economic data looks. The Fed's March meeting did not set up the prospect of a near-term interest rate cuts, but a summer cut appears likely, Forbes. So we were all expecting that the Feds were going to cut interest rates in March, but the economic data of inflation went up, so they said, nope, we're going to keep it the same. They are trying to target a 2% inflation rate, and we are hovering above 3% right now. So there's no relief for mortgage rates as of right now. Hopefully, by the end of the summer, we will start seeing some improvement. But here's what three economists are expecting. If you look at this chart, if you take the average of these three economists, by the end of the fourth quarter of 2024, they're expecting that the interest rates are going to be about 6.2%. Right now, interest rates are at 7.4% as of today's filming. So that would be a huge, huge improvement. And you will start to see as soon as interest rates get below 7%, below 6.5%, buyers who have been waiting on the sideline for so long will start coming back into the marketplace. Now, what are we seeing in terms of inventory of homes on the market? If you look at this chart, it shows that 45 out of 50 large metro areas had an increase of home inventory. Now, I always talk about national versus local, and LA you have to do separately because LA is a different beast than other parts of the country. First of all, we're one of the most expensive housing markets in the country, and the inventory of homes in Los Angeles is very, very low compared to what we're seeing in inventory increases around the nation. Let me show you what is happening in three separate neighborhoods: Echo Park, Silverlake, and Los Feliz. While they are very close to each other, there are some distinct differences in terms of pricing that I want to go over with you. Let's talk about Silverlake first. This is a great area. I lived here for 2 years. I really love the vibe of Silverlake. I love selling here, and I like the people here. It's great restaurants, great music venues. The reservoir is great to walk around the park. You have dog parks. This is a really cool area, and it reflects that in the pricing. As of today's filming, there are only 42 properties on the market. When interest rates started to go up in 2023, we saw as many as 87, 90 homes on the market. So this is significantly lower inventory than we saw even a year ago. Now, the median price of these 42 homes that are currently on the market is over $2 million. But keep in mind, anytime that you're doing statistics like this, every single month, they are going to change. Some of them are going to have a disproportionate amount of higher priced homes, or sometimes they'll have lower priced homes on that given month. So it fluctuates pretty wildly from month to month. So just keep that in mind and have a little grain of salt with that. In the last 30 days in Silverlake, there were 19 homes that sold, and the median closed sales price was $1.65 million, with an average days on the market of 15 days. So even in this market with high interest rates, there's just not enough inventory in this area for the demand. Things are selling for above their asking price in certain circumstances, and they're selling very, very quickly. All right, let's switch gears and go over to Echo Park. Literally, it's right next door to Silverlake, and it has very similar vibe. Although some of the economics are a little bit different than Silverlake, they do have a really great Echo Park lake. There are some hills in Echo Park as well called Elysian Heights. And you do have awesome restaurants on Sunset Boulevard as well. Now, currently, there are only 23 properties available for sale in the Echo Park area. And the median price point for active homes on the market is $1.15 million. So as you can see, there is definitely a different price level from Echo Park to Silverlake. But again, keep this in mind that each area will fluctuate pretty wildly depending on the month. So sometimes they'll have more expensive homes that will sell, which will raise up that median price range. So just take it with a grain of salt. Now, there were only 8 properties that sold in Echo Park in the last 30 days. So that gives Echo Park a 3-month supply of homes on the market. The median price for properties that closed in Echo Park was $843,000. So there's definitely a significant difference between Echo Park and Silverlake. But one thing that is very common between Silverlake and Echo Park is that the days on the market, it was 13. So things are moving very, very quickly, even with these high interest rates. Now let's switch gears and go over to Los Feliz. Los Feliz is a beautiful community. It has the famous Griffith Observatory. Griffith Park is right at the back door of Los Feliz. It has great restaurants, great shops as well. The price point is significantly higher here, and it does have a premium. The interesting part about Los Feliz is that the inventory has gone up. There are currently 51 properties for sale in the area, and the median price point is $2.9 million. So this is even more significantly higher priced than Silverlake. And very similar to Echo Park, there were only 9 homes that sold in Los Feliz in the last 30 days. So that means that there is a 5-month supply of properties for sale in that area. And an even weirder statistic about the 9 properties that sold, the median price was $1.495 million. And the average days on the market, very similar, is 12 days. So what we see is a lot of lower priced properties actually sold in the last 30 days. Prices over $2 million, you have much fewer buyers in that price range. So obviously it's going to take a little bit longer to sell a home in that price range. So what all of this means is that even in high interest rates, things are still selling slower in Los Feliz, slower in Echo Park, but Silverlake is booming and going very, very quickly. If you were thinking about selling your home in this marketplace, let me know. I'd be more than happy to help you out. If you click on the link in my description, it'll give you an instant home value to give you an idea of what your home is worth. But obviously, it really helps to actually see the property. So if you would like me to stop by your home and give you a professional evaluation of what your home is actually worth and what I think you can sell it for, then I'd be more than happy to do that. You can give me a call at 213-268-6832. If you are a buyer and you're looking to purchase in these areas, there's also a link in the description that has my free buyer's guide that will walk you through every step of the process. If you are looking to purchase, you can also schedule a time with me. The link is in my bio. You can check that out and schedule a time that we can talk about your real estate goals. Again, my name is Felipe Crook, investing in your dreams.